Hey everyone, the numbers are in for Emerald Beach Resort in Panama City Beach for the first quarter of 2025. I'm Craig Duran at the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. This video, I want to just show you quick pricing in the first quarter, maybe a couple recent sales, and where I think prices may be headed. Also, for those of you who don't know, the e-alert system is back online. So if you want to track the market yourself, I can set you up in this software program that will send you a note when a unit comes up for sale, changes price, or sells. No charge for that. I also have been struggling recently with wanting to send people more information about the market, maybe using stronger language to give them better advice. The people that have hired me already get this information. I don't want to put a lot of this out to the general public. I feel like I've been doing this for 22 years. I feel like if you hire me, you're hiring me to be on your team to help you. And right now, there's some things I feel very confident in that I feel good about. I guess another way to say that my numbers back it up. No one sold more resales in PCB than me in 2023, 2024, so far this year. So I want to help people the best I can, and I don't want to. Some of the things I want to share about the market, I don't want to just have out there for the general public. But this, I do send out an email every Friday. I've decided that that's a place where I can give the information for free, even for people who haven't hired me. But um, it'll let me educate people a little more because there's just some things about this market I really want people buying and selling to know to better navigate. So anyway, if you want to be signed up for either one of those, let me know. Again, there's no charge, there's no sales pitch from me, there's no pressure to work with me, there's no obligation. Just I like giving accurate information, so those are the two ways I do it. May or may not know this about how real estate companies work. I think a lot of industries are like this. The sales force, i.e., the agents, a lot of times don't know what to say about the real estate market. They don't know what to say to buyers and sellers, and so companies will give agents content, prepackaged content. Hey, put this on your website, put this on social media, put this in email. And so there's one going around right now I've seen from a number of agents that says homes that close in June close for $7,700 more. Homes that close in June sell for $7,700 more. And that's the real estate offices saying, hey, look, this is when you're going to sell for the most. That makes some sense to me, especially when you see depreciation in the market, which I'm going to show you that in a minute. Because we've always had this thing called a spring market in real estate. I'm going to explain that chart in a second. And it's especially exaggerated in beach real estate. Buyers get out of the cold. They're excited about using the place at the beach right away. They're excited about renting it right away. So there's this swell of activity in April and May with closings in May and June, which could be, your highest prices of the year and fall from there. Again, especially when there's depreciation. This is just a visual of showing activity. You can see I'm recording this this is Thursday after Easter. This chart hasn't updated yet, but we have about another month or so before buyer activity normally slumps right around Memorial Day, slumps again at 4th of July, slumps again at Labor Day, so on. So that's important to understand when we look at this. So before I explain this chart to you, last one I promise, no, second to last one. Think about the last 10 years of your life. If you have children, think about them 10 years ago. This chart you're looking at represents 10 years of activity. Our months of inventory, a normal real estate market is right in here about at this 5-6 month level. We've been in a seller's market in the condo market since March of 2017 until recently when these numbers have exploded. We've slowed down. We're now at 18 months of inventory as of March. First time we've seen numbers anywhere near this in 10 years, these last few months. And think about it this way. This is April of 2020. We were at 9 months of inventory. We're now at 18. We're twice as slow in condo sales as we were at the beginning of COVID. If you were paying attention to real estate in April of 2020, which you probably weren't if you were like most people, we weren't getting a lot of phone calls for condo sales. So we're twice as slow as that in the spring market. The reason I like to look at this chart is pricing is almost inversely proportional to this. So prices are moving up when this number is very low. When the number gets really low, it really moves up fast. When the number starts to creep up, prices start to trend down. What happens when it gets really, really high? And the other thing to look at, if you really examine it, look at it from March through the next few months. March to August, we slow down. March to October, we slow down. March to September, we slow down. March to August, we slow down. March to July, we crazy slow down. March, do we slow down again? If so, what kind of pressure do you have on this? And how much more severe is that going to have to be based off of all this? So it's something to really pay attention to. We had 2 sales in the first quarter of Emerald Beach, or at Emerald Beach. 2 bedrooms sold for $530. 3 bedrooms sold for $630. I would add to that one thing that I think is really important to understand. I wasn't going to do this because this happened in April, but in April we had a 1 bedroom sell for $377. Everything else has just been sitting, and let me show you what we're looking at. So if you look at the 1 bedroom 1 bath plans, sitting at $379, sitting at $389. There's a couple price reductions to $394 and $394.9 here on these 1 bedroom 2 bath units, because we just had a closing at $377 on a unit that was in pretty good condition, updated flooring. Then you have 1-2s asking anywhere from $417 up to $425, $428, $439. You have a smaller 1 bedroom asking $445. Of course, condition matters, but you get the idea. Least expensive 2 bedroom units priced at $518, $519, $519, $519. And it's a little bit of an odd one here because $530 is the last sale. Upgraded unit. So now where is the market going to land for those 2 bedrooms, especially with a $377,000 1 bedroom sale? 3 bedrooms, we had one sell at $630. So again, if you want to get signed up for any of that stuff I talked about, let me know. There's no pressure to be signed up for it. I just like to give people accurate information. I think we're getting ready to get into very potentially get into some even deeper water in the real estate market, the condo market, and I want to make sure to help people. I think we're talking in these price points. You know, we've already talking about tens of thousands of dollars, depending on if you're buying or selling. You've already seen that in the depreciation. I want to help people save money, even potentially before losing more, and I want to have buyers help them find the right deal. So if you want to be signed up for that stuff, let me know. In the meantime, I'll keep you updated as things move along. Again, my cell number, you can text or call 850-290-0417. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Thanks for watching.